was
They don't want
There's a
to
line
plant
difference.
like 30
10A2.
and then it says
So
45
that's how I'm
minutes.
told that I need to correct.
Okay.
This lady
Oh.
makes-
And
this
then
is right there on the soil. She makes good money.
you draw a
What they
line,
do
the
is
amount
they
is
both
different.
home, they go to
That's
40.
exactly.
And it's also that it's now the federal rather than state. I remember we got the state
Because they were
already.
living in Riverview.
Yes.
And
That's
this
state.
that I remember his announcement was that we
We're
got
gonna buy a house.
the new
Or
state
one down,
or the federal.
So we're going,
Okay.
do you know where Captain's is? That line,
No.
right next to it's got these condos, beautiful. That we're gonna go look at that.
I gotta get out more. I don't know.
Okay, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. We'll start with roll call.
Cox,
Here.
Crampton,
Here.
Griswold, here, Mercer,
Here.
Johnson,
Here.
Slavin,
Here.
Robertson.
Here.
Okay, if we could have everybody stand, say the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We will move on with the approval of the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda is presented.
Support.
Mercer,
Yes.
Robertson,
Yes.
Griswold,
Yes.
Slavin,
Yes.
Cox,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Crampton.
Yes.
Okay, we will move on to number 3, which is a public discussion for items not on the agenda. Is there anybody in the audience that has a public discussion for items not on the agenda? Sir, just go ahead and step on up if you can state your name and your address.
Thank you, Mayor Cox, members of council, Mayor Pro Tem Griswold. Am I saying it right? Correct. Thank you. My name is Robert Pulowski. I'm a Southgate resident, 12757 Chestnut Street on the border of Wyandotte. I'm here speaking in opposition of the proposed resolution to vote no on the Wayne County transportation millage that'll be proposed on the August 2026 ballot. Transportation has had a huge impact in my life. I started taking smart buses when I was 12 years old. I got to explore the freedom and independence that my community got to offer to me. Got to visit small businesses, go to local Southland malls, spend all of my hard-earned dollars I made cutting grass, going to visit friends, visit Best Buy, throw pennies in the coin fountain, but also get pretzels and hang out with more friends and talk business. It's been a lifeline for me. When I started to get into school and college, that's when I started to get my license. There's a lot of things that people utilize with this service, whether that's get to school, to work, to jobs. And I understand that the resolution here, as I've talked to a couple members of council here before about their decision, and I respect their decision, but most of all, this is about an independence thing. It's about a freedom thing. In the city of Rockwood, I understand that it's about a square mile that we're talking about with bus services that are proposed. To be fair though, the evaluation that was proposed by SMART is a TBD, to be determined, depending on the service quality that is put forward in front of council members, the county, what they would like to do in front of voters. I sit on a couple boards, so I actually get insight on some of this stuff. So I'm passing off this information for you to be of help, to be open-minded, because at the end of the day, students like myself that relied on this service for years to come still do, even though I have a driver's license. It's very important, not just to the city of Rockwood, but its residents, businesses, and it brings tremendous economic development. It could bring multiple distribution hubs like Amazon to the facility here. There's open property, but not to mention small businesses, maybe even smaller grocery stores. Transportation is a lifeline for people. It was a lifeline to me, and it's a lifeline to many residents. So I ask that you vote no on this resolution, but most of all, keep an open mind. And I'm an open resource for all of you. If you'd like to pick my brain, but most of all, need a contact, I'm always here. Thank you for your time, Mayor and City Council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, is there anybody else in the audience for any public discussion for items not on the agenda? I see no hands, so we'll move on to item number 4, which is public discussion for items on the agenda. Any hands in the audience for public discussion for items on the agenda? I see no hands. So we will move on to the action agenda, and all of you did see an amended version, so whoever makes the motion, it'll be as amended.
I will move to accept the minutes at action agenda items A and B, or item A, as amended.
Support.
The comment on is that the difference was that the line about under mayor's report was that the original specified that Mayor Cox had made a comment about the amount of money grant that we got from the federal government for our sewer plant. Was good news for us because we weren't even counting on it. We were counting on either the state or feds, and they both came through. And the amount was adjusted, and also it did clarify, the amendment clarifies that it was federal funds rather than state.
Griswold,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Robertson,
Yes.
Slavin,
Yes.
Cox.
Yes.
Mercer,
Yes.
Cranberry.
Yes.
Okay, we will move on to the reports from the city officials. We'll start with the police department.
I don't know if we did the accounts payable.
Oh, did we do the accounts? I'm sorry,
No.
accounts payable, we skipped right over. Yep, my bad, accounts payable.
Motion to approve accounts payable. Motion to approve the receive and file accounts payable.
Support.
Sorry, thank you.
Robertson,
Yes.
Slavin,
Yes.
Cox,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Mercer,
Yes.
Griswold,
Yes.
Crampton.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Now we will move on to the reports from the city, and we'll start with the police department. Acting Chief Mercer.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have no official report tonight. If there's any questions. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fire Chief Mercer, you're up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The only item I have on the agenda is a request to pay for a bill. We had to have the ladder truck, one of the tires was completely empty or flat on it. One of the interior tires, we tried to fill it, it wouldn't fill. So we had to have Schrader Tire come out and fill it on a weekend, unfortunately, and that bill was $733.03.
Motion to approve the payment of $733.03 for the repair and maintenance.
Support.
Crampton,
Yes.
Cox,
Yes.
Griswold,
Yes.
Slavin,
Yes.
Mercer,
Yes.
Robertson,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Okay, and just a quick update, the grants are still kind of bouncing back and forth with the USDA representative about some of the paperwork. But we're slowly getting it there, and we actually have one of the demo trucks coming down tomorrow evening for the department to look at that we're looking to purchase.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we will move on to the treasurer's report. Treasurer McCoy.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have obtained a scholarship to attend an institute for MMTA, which is the Michigan Municipal Treasurers Association. And I'm asking for the payment of the hotel bill.
Motion to approve payment to the Fairfield and Marriott Inn and Suites of Midland, Michigan, in the amount of $462.87.
Support. Slavin,
Oh, hold on.
I just want to note that this is linked to 8B, and when we get there, I'll have some comments.
good. Slavin,
Yes.
Griswold,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Robertson,
Yes.
Crampton,
Yes.
Merker,
Yes.
Cox.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Okay, there is no clerk's report tonight. And lucky for Bobby, there's no DPW report tonight. So we will move on to the consideration items. 7A is from myself. It is the appointment for the new chief of police. On January 30th, 2026, the city began accepting applications for the chief of police vacancy. After several weeks of taking applications, 3 top candidates were identified and invited to interview on February 19th, 2026. After carefully reviewing the applications, credentials, and interview evaluations, I'm pleased to present Nicholas Hill for appointment as chief of police. Council has received a copy of the proposed employment contract along with Mr. Hill's resume and cover letter for review. Mr. Hill comes highly recommended and brings extensive administrative and tactical experience. I am confident that he will be a valuable asset to the police department and our community. And with that, I am asking for a motion to approve the appointment of Nicholas Hill as the chief of police, obviously pending the completion of a background investigation and a psychological evaluation.
Motion to approve and appoint of Nicholas Hill as chief of police upon passing his background check, psychological exam, physical, and drug screening.
Support. I'm assuming the contract issue will be a separate issue.
That's next up, and if there's talk on a contract, I will ask for a closed session, yes.
I just have a couple comments. I had an issue with the process of this, and I did email the mayor, and I thought I emailed the city administrator, but I don't suppose I did. But I just wrote something up that I just wanted to talk about. The process used to interview and appoint the new chief of police for Rockwood, in my opinion, was not transparent and undermined public trust in city leadership. The position was posted on MCols with a June 29th, 2026 closing date and was simultaneously described as being open until the position is filled. That was posted on the Rockwood Facebook page and the city official page. Council was then informed that the position was closed and a candidate was found on February 24th, creating a conflict of dates that disregards an extended application window that's designed to cast a wide net and attract qualified candidates. An individual who submitted his application for this position on February 23rd was denied an interview by administration. That action alone could have potential legal recourse for the city. The total number of days this position was, quote, open was less than 26. The total number of business days the council was given to research and research the presented candidate was 3. 4 if you count the meeting day, which is today. The process also failed to provide the council with supporting documents about the applicant, the interview schedule, or the criteria used until council members specifically requested them. True transparency requires proactively sharing these documents up front, not releasing them only after specifically requested. In this instance, the process fell far short of that standard. Going forward, the process for appointing any department head must meaningfully involve council. Because council is ultimately responsible for confirming the appointment and answering to residents, the process should invite and allow council to possibly help craft the job posting, review all applications that meet the stated requirements, participate in or observe interviews, and deliberate an open session on the finalists. When elected decision makers are present for the same information, questions, and answers as administration, residents can see how conclusions are reached, evaluate the fairness of the steps taken, and hold all parties accountable. Such a process reflects true transparency. Decisions made in the open, on the record, with clear criteria and equal treatment for every applicant. Subsequently, a vote on the appointment of the chief will take place right now, and the process described above compels a no vote for me. My continued consistency with the principles of openness and ethics requires rejecting an appointment that results from a process so clearly deficient in transparency and ethical practice. Until the hiring procedures are reformed in a way that voters can plainly see as open, fair, and accountable, any vote on this appointment will continue to be a no. The community deserves not the bare minimum from its administration as dictated by the charter, but the highest standard of professionalism, gold standard procedures, rigorous expectations, and a visible commitment to integrity in every major decision. Accepting anything less would be a disservice to the residents who are being represented. The handling of this appointment reflects a process marked by a lack of accountability, with attention shifted to, quote, semantics via email, rather than the core problem. No clear notice of early disclosure to applicants, incomplete information provided to council in advance, and no assurance that every qualified applicant received an interview consistent with the posted criteria. I say all that to say I had an opportunity to interview the potential candidate twice. I think he's going to be a perfect fit for the city of Rockwood. But just as I voted in the past a no because of the process, I will vote no with consistency to that.
Well, my rebuttal would be that I am bound to follow the city charter, which does say, the charter states the process is for the mayor to present a candidate for appointment, which is what I'm doing. It says nothing about interviews. It says nothing about any of this process, which I went above and beyond, posted this in several different spots, cast our net, brought in people, had interviews, and determined who was the best candidate out of those interviews. And then I sent an email to all of council explaining that I'm going to present this candidate at the next council meeting. Then you guys all were giving in the packet all of the info, not more than 3 days, so I will refute that. As a matter of fact, you just said you got to interview the candidate twice, so you got plenty of ample research to do your research. As a matter of fact, many other council members, I believe, got to interview him also and ask questions. I also reached out to every council member and said, if you have any questions, please let me know. I made myself available multiple different times. I have 25 years in experience back law enforcement myself. I'm well aware of what law enforcement needs and what the department needs. Furthermore, the mayor is responsible, and my office is responsible for internal hiring of department heads, not the council. Council is responsible for approving appointed positions. That's why we're here tonight. That's your guys' job, is to approve the appointed positions. My job in city staff, administrators and such, is responsible for hiring department heads and hiring city staff for the best of the city. And that's what we're trying to do to move forward. In all of my research and our research and our interviews, I believe that I have found the best candidate after all of the interviews and the email to council. Yes, there was an application put in afterwards, but I'm not going to go backwards. We're going to go forward because I had already done that and we were set to go forward. Nothing says I have to give everybody an interview, nor am I going to go backwards if I think I have found the right candidate. And with that, I will leave it as that. Yes, sir?
My thought is that the mayor is the head of the executive body. That means that, as far as I'm concerned, great deference should be given to what his nominee is. That doesn't mean we rubber stamp, but I will give great deference to whoever the executive picks for his department heads.
We do the same thing after every election. We get a sheet of 20 appointments. We did just this last time. Mm-hmm. We all go through and you guys say yes to all the 20 appointments. Same thing. Presented you guys with the 20 or so appointments, and we went through the appointments. This is an appointment. I would never steer the city wrong, especially with an appointment that is so important such as this, the police department. This is one of the most important appointments this whole city is gonna get, okay? Especially, I'm passionate about law enforcement, because that's my background. I'm not gonna steer the department wrong. I'm very passionate about it. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I don't wanna get on a soapbox. That's where I'll lay it.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just want to say I don't feel that 4 business days is an appropriate time to make a decision, especially with the lack of information that we were given.
You were given everything.
Well, we asked for it, but
You were given everything in the packet.
we work 9 to 5, and I did have an opportunity to interview him on my own time on the weekend.
Twice.
And I was thankful that he had the time available for me. The reason it was twice was because I ran out of time the first time, but you know, the glaring hypocrisy I see here is that, you know, we're passing a resolution on something that has no legal standing, that we needed an extra 2 weeks to pass, and here we are being pushed through such an important position, less than 30 days being posted, and you're giving us a total of 4 days to research this, and I just don't feel comfortable voting on something that I don't have ample time to do my research with, and that is part of the reason why I'm voting no on this.
Okay, we're not gonna bring a whole separate issue that means nothing about an appointment, such as a political resolution, into this. We're talking about a department head of a whole department that runs our
Correct.
police department. So again, I'm off my soapbox. If anybody would like to speak their piece, you're more than welcome, council members. This is your time. Or we can go forward with a vote. Go ahead.
I just, you know, I trust in your decision. When we pivoted from our old administrator to Vicky, you brought in Vicky, and it's been great. So I trust you have experience, and I think I know you've made the right choice.
I appreciate that.
I do, and I doubly trust actually your decision and wisdom, given, you know, your experience in law enforcement, that I had figured that you probably better than almost anybody else would be able to figure out who would be our best candidate.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we're not up here for me, so if we wanna take a vote, you guys are more than welcome. I think we have a second on the floor. We have a second on the floor. So go ahead, madam.
Johnson?
Yes.
Crampton?
Yes.
Mercury?
Yes.
Cox?
Yes.
Griswold?
No.
Robertson?
Yes.
Slavin?
Yes.
Okay, the vote passes. So Mr. Hill is appointed as our new police chief. So the next motion would be to approve the employment contract, and again, if there's gonna be talk on that, okay, there's going to be talk on that, so I would move for a motion to.
Can we congratulate him?
Mr. Hill, Mr. Hill, come on in. You're right, I'm sorry, I didn't. Moving past it. Come on in for a congratulations, yeah.
Congratulations.
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 Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
For your wife or whoever.
Shall we stand or no?
If you want, I was just gonna get a picture.
Okay.
He's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Can you introduce? Yeah.
Yeah, if I can,
Yeah,
if you don't mind. Again, my name's Dick Hill. You know, I'm retired from the Taylor Police Department, coming over here. I know you have seen my background, seen my resume, and seen what I'm about, right? I really look forward to actually sitting down with each and every one of you. I know I've sat down with some of you already, but I really just want to introduce myself, make sure we get a good understanding, and I want a good working relationship. The one thing that hurts any department or city is any sort of animosity, any sort of beef, any sort of anything like that, and that's what we want to get away from. I've been involved with that personally, I've seen it, and it just doesn't benefit anything. So I look forward to meeting everybody in the community, sitting down with council. I can't wait to get started with our officers. I appreciate them being here, especially reaching out, calling me, supporting, you know, this decision, even though not knowing me directly, but the ability to go and make phone calls to a lot of people that know me downriver. And luckily they all had good things to say about me. So I think everyone's kind of excited for this, and you know, it'll be a little bit of a change, but we'll all work through it together. So thank you very
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'd just like to say one thing about our officers, the Rockwood officers. I know there was some frustration because rumors are always swirl around here, and I know that rumors were swirling, and this was the first time that anybody from the outside has come in, so I appreciate their patience in this whole thing. Again, this was my first time doing this also, so I appreciate you guys' patience for the whole process of everything, and I appreciate you. I met with each one individually because I wanted to hear their concerns also and address anything that they had, so I do appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, anything else from any of the members before we move on to the next motion? No, did I forget anything?
I thought we were going in.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask for
Your
a
motion.
Okay. Okay, I would ask for a motion to move to closed session then.
Motion. Go ahead. You go
So-
ahead.
You have to state why.
Oh,
You have to state
Like,
why.
motion to move to closed session for contract talk, yes.
Griswold?
Yes.
Robertson?
Yes.
Crampton?
yes.
Merker?
Yes.
Cox?
Yes.
Slavin?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. Move to closed session. Make sure I have everything. Do-
We can finish the rest of the agenda afterwards.
Yes, sir, it shouldn't be too long. Yeah, we're just gonna go in and discuss some good stuff and we'll be back out.
They'll be back. Wait. I heard what you said, but are you saying that they voted down something here? Is that what you said?
There's a proposed resolution that will oppose.
There is a proposed resolution.
Proposed resolution.
Okay, go ahead. From the city?
Against the transportation millage that will be voted on in the August 26th primary, which they're currently in discussion with all
So
city
you
officials.
understand that what you're saying is the city is going to propose
The city is proposing a
to all
resolution
the
to
citizens
oppose.
oppose that? Is that what you're saying?
All of the city council, they were talking with residents from my understanding, because I talked to, I forgot his council, what is his name? It's like,
Slavin, Crampton.
yeah, I talked to Councilman Slavin, I also briefly talked to Mayor Pro Tem Griswold a couple days ago about this. Trying to get more opinions on like the southern communities and trying to get a better understanding of it. They had talked about a resolution last meeting that did get approved, but it's basically the stance of the city council and the city stance opposing the transportation millage. They tabled it because of language, cause I went back and watched the meeting, it was like, smart thing.
Are they on Facebook?
YouTube.
YouTube, yeah. Okay.
Well, let me give you a little more background.
Yeah, sure.
Because the Smart Bus does not come to Rockwood.
I would be amazed if it did.
Well,
Right
it cost
now-
$100,000 to support it for Rockwood.
Ouch, and that's coming on out of property taxes.
Right now, it's not
And-
coming because of an opt-out that is proposed in the 90s. That's what has happened. A lot of communities in Maine and Oakland counties had that. There was legislation that was proposed during lame duck session, which was in 24 before the new administration took over.
You're talking
That
about
would
Wayne
remove,
County
in
government.
the Michigan legislature actually.
Okay, go ahead.
They completely proposed legislation to put the ballot up for the voters to decide, which would remove the opt-outs to provide transit service. So it's not just fixed route, but the agreement was right now that the plan they've kind of rolled out has been a tentative plan.
Mhm.
Nothing set in stone yet, so fixed route is not set in stone.
That's
properly.
understandable, but when you listen to the other communities that are voting against it, also bigger communities, there's like one stop. One main hub for
Yeah.
Taylor,
Yeah.
Canton Township,
Yeah.
you know, like Ford Road and Sheldon, let's put that somewhere
Yeah.
for sure.
How
Not
big is Rockwood, square mileage, you got any idea?
Oh,
Yeah,
like
that's-
five.
Oh, that's
I'll give you
okay,
the
I can
count.
look it up, it's not that big a deal.
It's on the website,
But
it's
we
on
have our
Smart's
own
website, so you can pull it up
Oh,
and
really?
actually look at the
Yes.
plan.
Provided by the city?
Yes,
Oh.
free for seniors.
Oh, yeah,
For
within
seniors,
that,
So, you know, to take them anywhere, doctors or shopping or whatever.
Yep.
Depending on the resolution tonight, my internal vision is that's gonna be sent up to the county. So the county's gonna have to go to the drawing board and figure out what the service demand is going to be if it passes. My understanding is there's a similar service that is being proposed in Huron Township, which is basically like microtrans. It's like Uber and Lyft. You pay $2 to $8 between that zone, and it gets you from point A to point B. So if you want to connect to a fixed route bus, you can. But if you want to go to the senior center, you can do it off your cell phone, or you could call that number and book a reservation at least 2 weeks in advance.
So I'm curious, if you're from Southgate, why are you in Rockwood?
So I actually.
Why is it important to you that there's a bus that runs to Rockwood?
It's important to me because I believe everyone should have the right to get around no matter who they're in, what community they're in. It's about a moral stance for me because I like coming to Rockwood. I will tell you, I go to a lot of businesses in Rockwood, so it's a huge tie for me. But also having that closer connection to Dixie Cafe would be nice once in a while. I'm going to be so real. But
That's
people-
South Rockwood though.
it's still in South Rockwood.
Well, it's a different county.
Different county.
Yeah.
But that interconnectivity between traveling between different communities, to have the freedom to go to the mall, to hang out with friends, but most of all to give that freedom to seniors and people with disabilities that are trying to get to school. If I could imagine there's probably some students that go to Flat Rock High or go to Gibraltar or go to
Okay,
Carlson.
but how do they get to the bus? If there's only one stop, how do the people get?
We don't even have sidewalks in this town.
So I actually,
Barely.
there are no signs.
Yes, and well, and I thank you for breaking the stigma for me first. Just like to do that. Thank you so much.
Cold in here while we were
It is
in here?
cold.
Yeah.
Citywide, sounds like.
Must be, the heat got shut off. Yeah. Normally when we're sitting here, we got all our body heat.
Yeah.
This section of the room warm.
Oops, sorry about that.
I'll get situated where I'm at here.
So we're back on 7.
I'm gonna ask for a motion to go back.
Okay.
Good, okay. All right, I would ask for a motion to come out of closed session.
Motion to come out of closed session.
Support.
Crampton,
Yes.
Cox.
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Robertson,
Yes.
Griswold,
Yes.
Slavin,
Yes.
Merkier.
Yes.
Okay, we are back on record now, and we are to the second motion for 7A. If somebody wants to bring that motion?
Motion to approve employment contract for Nicholas Hill as presented upon passing background check, psychological exam, physical, and drug screening.
The contract as amended.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Correct.
as amended, yeah. Support.
Cox,
Yes.
Slavin,
Yes.
Crampton.
Yes.
Merkier,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Griswold,
Yes.
Robertson.
Yes.
Okay. Get my situated here. We are off to 7B, which is the onboarding costs. Obviously, we've touched on this as part of the onboarding process for the new chief of police. There will be a required background investigation of psychological exams. The background investigation not to exceed 1,300, psychological exam not to exceed 800. So I'm looking for a motion to approve those costs.
Motion to approve new chief of police onboarding costs of, not, 1,300 for the background check and physical exam, alpha psychological services not to exceed 800.
Support.
Cox,
Yes.
Crampton,
Yes.
Griswold,
Yes.
Merkier,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Slavin,
Yes.
Robertson.
Yes.
Okay. Consideration item C is it's going to be a motion to waive the Mercury Park rental fee for the Boy Scouts. And I'll ask Mr. Tampson to come on up.
Good evening.
Evening.
Obviously, as the mayor said, my name's David Tampson. I represent the Mohican District of the Boy Scouts of America. And we're asking the city to allow us to use Mercury Park for a Cub Fun Day. That would be Cub Scouts, that's kindergarten through 4th graders. And we're expecting to probably between 60 and 80 people would be there. The staff that I have, we probably have about 10 to 15 people on staff. We've been doing this for a number of years. We will be setting up BB guns and archeries. The people that have to run those are trained. We have certification every 2 years for that. We have national guidelines as to how we set those ranges up. We have also, and I don't know if you got that in your packet, but everybody will be getting one of these maps. And we will also have signage out on the park to let people know where they are supposed to park, so we don't have people parking on the grass. And we'll also make sure that we police all that. Normally, we we do, as a standard practice, we ask the parents to carpool. Simply makes it easier. This also being a weekday, we will not get a lot of individual families driving their Cub Scouts down to this event. Most likely, we'll be getting some carpooling. And the other thing that the city will also get some benefit out of this is we do not provide meals at lunch. So some of them will obviously visit your establishments here locally to pick something up and bring it back to the park. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you might have.
I was gonna ask about parking on behalf of John Wasner, but thank you for answering that.
You're welcome. Yes,
So
sir.
we have liability insurance.
Yes, we will get the city a $1 million liability policy, if that's enough. If not, let me know and we can arrange for something more than that. We also do have, as part of our requirements, at least a third of my staff are CPR trained and first aid trained, and we also have a health officer on site also.
For Chuck and Jesse, they've done this several years in a row, just so you guys know, so.
At the same location?
Yeah, yep, they've
Okay.
come to they come to Murphy Park, so.
Question, do you coordinate with the police on where the BB guns will be shot and?
Yes, yes.
Approve and make sure that we're all okay with that?
Yeah, actually, I will talk to your new chief, I guess. But pretty much it's gonna be the same area that we've used in the past because it's the area that is least used by us and it backs up against the wood area there, so we'll run that by him just to make sure that he's comfortable with it.
Any other questions? Okay, we'll ask for a motion now.
I move to approve waiving the fee for Mercury Park rental for the Boy Scouts of America, Crossroads, Michigan, Mohican District.
Support.
Margaret? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
sorry.
I just wanted to add the dates, June 21st through 22nd, correct?
Yeah, the actual event will be the 22nd. We'll come on in late afternoon on the 21st and set the ranges up, and that's all that we'll set up that night. And for that, it's basically just caution tape and ropes.
Okay.
So there'll be nothing, no equipment left. There will be a trailer left in the park that's locked and secure, but there'll be nothing out and about that you need to worry about.
Okay, I
And
just
then-
wanted to add those dates to the motion, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, Councilman.
Yeah, my apologies.
Okay,
Merker?
Yes.
Robertson?
Yes.
Griswold?
Yes.
Slavin?
Yes.
Cox?
yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Cranfield?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Campson,
And
appreciate it.
obviously, you are all welcome to come out and see the event.
Okay,
Thank
great,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, we'll move on to the administrator's report, Mrs. Trush.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have 2 items on the agenda for tonight. The first is the annual fire inspection, fire safety inspection for the community center from Certisite at a cost of $697.15.
Motion to approve Certisite invoice for annual inspection in the amount of $697.15.
Support.
Griswold?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Robertson?
Yes.
Slavin? Cox?
Yes.
Merker?
Yes.
Cranfield?
Yes.
Thank you. And the second item is an interfund transfer to move some funding to the treasurer's training expense account to cover the cost of her hotel that was approved earlier tonight.
Motion to approve the
Interfund transfer?
intra contract.
Support.
There's some talk on that. Go ahead, Mr. Slavin.
3 different people tried to explain this to me, and I don't understand it.
Okay.
I don't have to understand it to this point. The issue is the exact meaning of the word salary. I only mention it now because it's something that we might get into, I might get into when we write the budget, next budget. And it also becomes possibly relevant when we talk about putting online from Marcy's old resolution about putting line, what we're paying people, exactly what a salary is or what it means, but that's my only comments.
Does that add to her salary? Is that what you're asking?
No,
Yeah, I'm
so
not-
this is a reduction from the salary line item. So
Yes.
this would be at the beginning of the year, we estimate the number of meetings that not only council, mayor, clerk, and the treasurer might attend during the year. We take our best guess. That's what goes into the budget. At this point in the year, it does not look like the treasurer is going to meet the number of meetings that we potentially expected. So there is some funding from that line item that can go to support her training line item.
Councilman, was your question why it says treasurer
Now,
salary?
again, I don't understand this.
Okay.
3 different people have tried to explain this, and I don't
I
understand.
think salary is the word. that's
My understanding is that the treasurer gets a salary, as I would think of a salary, the amount of money that she's gonna get regardless of what she does that year, that's her money.
Yes.
This is apparently not that.
Okay.
This salary word is not that salary.
Okay, that is correct.
So my understanding is that our treasurer was budgeted for an amount of salary that matched what was, in the agreement, as in it was expected, and that she will not, and due to events, will not otherwise be earning the amount that was budgeted, and hence that is an amount in a budget that can be trimmed and put elsewhere.
Correct.
Well, I originally asked, as I often do bluntly, does this mean that she's giving up salary and paying for her own training? And I'm told, no, she's not giving up any of that, what I would consider salary. There's a salary that she's apparently paid as a salary, as I would define it.
Yes.
And there's also a training budget, which they tend to label as salary.
Okay.
Because I understand what they're trying to tell me.
Yeah, so from what they said, I think my understanding is that our treasurer is due to absence of meetings and such, is not going to be paid as much as their full salary was, did not qualify for the nominal salary amount, hence leaving things over in the budget.
Clarification. There is a quarterly stipend that is paid to all elected officials.
Okay.
They earn that quarterly stipend no matter how many meetings they attend.
Okay.
They then are paid an additional fee for every meeting they attend. We take an estimate of how many we expect for individuals to attend. It's an estimate.
Yes.
So that portion, so the stipend is being paid full. I think what Mr. Slavin considers a salary. That's paid in full. Then there is the additional for the meetings that are contingent upon actually
attending.
Again, we do our best guess at the beginning of the year. There is going to be some funding left over, so it is going to be transferred and utilized to cover part of the training expense.
Okay.
The treasurer will be paid for every meeting that she attends, so there's no reduction in her actual earned wages, if that makes sense.
And then there's also a training budget.
Yes. That is not considered part of the salary, so that would be contingent upon, typically, they do run over $500, and council typically has to approve most of the trainings.
Like, she may go to different meetings. When she says estimate meetings, I go to all kinds of different meetings, throughout the year, same as her, or maybe some of these council people. It's hard to estimate what kind of meetings you may have to go through that come out through the year. So that's why we guesstimate through the year. So I don't know if that helps or not, but.
I said, I'll probably make more of an issue of it when we talk about budget and what we call things.
Sure.
And again, it raises that issue of when we post what the city is giving all of us.
Right.
That is posted on the website, but
What is included in that
Is
figure?
again, I'm just gonna go back. Maybe it's just the verbiage of the word salary.
I think that's what it is.
Might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not being taken from an actual salary, it's just being taken from a budgetary item.
it is not reducing earned
Right.
pay
Yeah.
Sheet, right.
Or increasing it.
or increasing, either way.
Right.
That is correct.
Right.
Her pay is static because it depends on how many meetings she attends. If she doesn't attend a meeting, she doesn't get paid for
Correct.
it.
Yeah.
So there's a stipend base amount kind of, but then you get paid for, if you're at a meeting, you get an extra amount.
Sure.
So that's where the estimate comes in.
Correct.
I suspect.
Yes.
And, yeah.
So.
So she's not making less by this.
Yes.
Okay. Any more?
Did
any
we
more?
have
I'm sorry.
the support? We did. Okay.
Are you good, Mr. Slavin? Okay. Go ahead.
Robinson?
Yes.
Slavin?
Yes.
Cox?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Merker?
Yes.
Griswold?
Yes.
Crampton?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Thrush. We have no attorney's reports. The only thing I just want to remind everybody on my report is the Easter egg hunt on March 28th at the community center at 10 a.m. I'll just keep mentioning that at the meetings. Easter egg hunt put on by the Lions Club at 10 a.m. at the community center. So with that, we will move on to old business. Mr. Slavin, any old business? Mr. Crampton?
No, thank you.
Mrs. Hifker?
No.
Mrs. Griswold?
No, thank you.
Mr.
Yeah,
Webb? Oh,
I
I'm sorry.
was, sorry, I was repeating what he
Okay.
said. I just wanted to bring up the ballot proposal, if the revised
Oh, yeah.
report that was suggested by Mayor
I
Cox.
did forget about that. Sorry.
And I'm not gonna reread it again. There was just a couple items taken out. I don't think that there was anything added, other than there was a correction to the exact amount of money that it would cost the city of Rockwood from 100,000 to 108,000, according to, I think you said it was on the Wayne,
You're talking about the one I sent out?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
with the, on the letterhead, yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually an increase in the amount of
Actually,
money it would cost the taxpayers.
Mine's completely different than the original one.
Yeah, I didn't see anything necessarily added. I just was, there was quite a bit taken out, and then
Yeah, I just trimmed it down.
yeah,
yes.
yeah. And so I'm not gonna reread it again. I'm just clarifying the difference was he was more specific with the amount of money that it would cost the Rockwood taxpayers. I think the original I may have cited was 100,000, and it looks like he changed it to 108,000, according to his citation he found online. So I just wanted to bring that back up and make a motion to approve the resolution opposing the transportation millage ballot proposal.
Support.
Just one quick comment. As you already know, on a matter of principle, I don't believe that we should be having resolutions on things that don't directly affect. I will be voting no, not because I support the tax, but because I don't like the idea of having such resolutions.
I can understand that sort of thing as well, because under Michigan law, city council's job does not involve levying or changing taxes. That is something entirely up to the voters. So it does feel a little bit like it's a more of a out of our job sort of thing. Again, if the voters want it, then we'll go along with it. If the voters don't want it, we go along with that too.
I'm just, when I changed the resolution, I'll just read this one stat so everybody knows. From the 2016 election in Rockwood, the residents of Rockwood voted overwhelmingly against the RTA Southeast Michigan Transit millage at that time, with 930 residents voting no, which is 66.9%, and 460 residents voting yes, which is 33.09%.
And I just want to say that's an incredible turnout for voters
Yeah.
in Rockwood.
Those
by the
were
way,
stats that I pulled off
yes.
the Wayne County website. So.
Yeah, that's an incredible turnout.
So I just wanted that on record, but, okay, so is there a second or not?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Slavin,
No.
Griswold,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Robertson,
No.
Crampton,
No.
Merkier,
Yes.
Cox.
Yes,
Passes 4-3.
4-3 pass.
That was it for me for old business.
Okay, Mr. Robertson, any? No? Okay, Mr. Johnson?
Nope. What? Oh, actually, yeah, I could bring this up again. Just another reminder, we do have the upcoming spring tea event that is going to be on April 26th. I do not have tickets printed out with me. They are available at the Rockwood Historical Museum. I believe we will be open this Saturday at 1 to 3, so anybody that would wish to acquire them is welcome to come by there. And I hope to see a lot of people show up.
Okay,
You will.
good. Off to new business. Mr. Slavin, new business? No. Mr. Crampton?
Yeah, I'd just like to congratulate our new chief of police, Nick. I know he's not here, but.
Okay, great. Mrs. Merkier? Mrs. Griswold?
Yes, I just wanted to bring up, when I first came into office, I inquired about Meals on Wheels. And I think that some of the some of the residents were missing out on that, and so I finally somehow came across the lady that does Meals on Wheels out of St. Rock's Church in Flat Rock. And she gave me some information for the residents that I just wanted to share. They do service the city of Rockwood, and the eligibility to receive Meals on Wheels is pretty fantastic. You have to be 60 or older, or a spouse under the age of 60 if you happen to be over the age of 60. Any family members of an eligible adult who are living with a disability and permanently live with an eligible adult. Volunteers under the age of 60 who support a meal site or food service operation will receive a meal. Handicapped individuals under the age of 60 are eligible. So basically Monday through Thursday, they deliver hot meals around 12:30 to the city of Rockwood. And then on Friday, they deliver frozen food for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They deliver a large portion there. So if any residents are interested and want to know more, they can call this number. It's 734-259-7584. Again, 734-259-7584. And I think it's just an interview that you have to go through on the telephone, and then they'll bring these meals. Now, the cost of the meals are a suggested donation of $6. And that was it for me.
And so could they put that on the website, just kind of?
I mean, I just have, I can provide something to the city, yeah, and I did give it to the community center as well, the senior center. And they have a menu that's available monthly as well. I'm not sure how to get that physical copy of that because they don't do electronic copies.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Any business, Mr. Robertson? Any?
No?
Okay, I would ask for a motion to adjourn then, and I would like to also congratulate the new police chief.
Yeah.
Motion to adjourn?
Support?
Griswold?
Yes.
Robertson?
Yes.
Crampton?
Yes.
Merker?
Yes.
Cox?
Yes.
Slayman?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Meeting adjourned.